as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. And this ball's heading for the seats down the right side as the count will move to 0-2 now.
Hey, nobody.
That's inside and low. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And this is going to find the crowd down the left field line. Count holds at 1-2. 1-2. Here it comes. And another foul ball.
That's probably not what he wants to do with 2 strikes right there with the fastball. He is fortunate he just fouled it off.
And he struck out again. That's the 3rd time he's gone down on strikes in this one. Digging in to try it again, Jeff Felder. 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ball game. And there's his strike right down the heart of the plate. 0-1. Hard ground ball to third. Eldred comes up with it. Throw gets him. 2 down. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Todd Baker.
Baseman Todd Baker.
Fastball in there for a called strike. The windup and the 0-1. Looks like he swung it underwater that time for strike 2.
See what happens when you work fast, you stay aggressive, and you come right after guys.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. Well, everyone was treated to a really well-played ball game in this one, and the guy you see there turned in a particularly notable performance, so he's our top player of the game in this one.
2 runs.
Yeah, he was a big factor in this one, guys. He swung himself into a 3-hit ball game, so he was seeing the ball really well and put some good swings on it, too.
3 hits, no errors. They left 1 man on base. Time of the ball game.
A minor league manager puts his team on notice that the team brass are coming. A manager challenges his team. This series could potentially shift the balance in their division. This divisional leader is entering a series versus their closest competition.
Your
Number
attention,
25 is
now
ready, and he'll
pitching
take
for
the ball
your
from the
Mississippi
manager.
Braves, number 25.
Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose
Leading
out
off
there.
for Biloxi, first baseman Pablo.
Pretty well hit
Sanchez.
deep down the line in right, but that's back into the seats, foul. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. And that misses 1-1.
Nobody out here. Nobody.
Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. A swing and a miss and a ball down. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Hits this one hard the other way and just past his outstretched glove into left, a base hit. So it's a leadoff base hit to open their half of the 8th.
Now that's a big base hit. Late in the game, you're down 1. You got the leadoff guy on now. The rest of the way, it'll be interesting to me how they're going to manufacture. Will they bunt him over to move him into scoring position? Will they hit a gapper? Let's see how they score this run if they can possibly push him forward.
Oh, and this is past him down the line. A fair ball. And now they'll have runners at the corners to start off the inning.
Well, that's back-to-back singles and first and third. So right here, you got a pitch to get a strikeout, and then the next hitter, hopefully you get a double play, you get out of it. But right here, you got a pitch to get the strikeout to set up a chance to get out of it.
Throw won't get him. Right-hander starts to loosen out in the bullpen now. The 1-0 pitch. The pitch, a fastball off his glove, and it bounds away. And a terrible time for a letdown behind the plate as the tying run will score on what's likely to be called a passed ball. From the stretch. And this one's over at the knees, 2-1.
This is where you got to pitch to the strikeout. Infield's drawn in. You don't want contact. You want to make them swing and miss. Throw the nastiest stuff you have.
No problem here, 1 away. Digging in once again, Sam Fontenot. Not much in the way of productivity from him so far, but he's got a chance to come through here in a crucial spot.
Yeah, it's time now that he has to put the rest of those bats behind him because none of that matters if he can clutch up when it really counts.
Got 1 down now. 1 down.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. And this is popped fouled off to the right and back into the seats.
Oh, that was a pretty good pitch right there. A little bit late. That's why he wasn't able to catch it right there in his wheelhouse.
In the dirt and blocked behind the plate. And a nice job to keep the runners at bay as the count moves to 2-2. And he will look at a called third strike, and that go-ahead run has to stay right where it is at third with 2 away now. Hoping to keep it tied. Here it comes. And the fastball is off his glove, and it gets away. And a nice job keeping it close. It's ball 1. That's by him for strike 1.
What a great adjustment. The high fastball in the first one didn't have a good release point. The next one he's able to put it on the corner. Correcting his
pitch is mishandled behind the plate and it bounces away. But it is not in time as they take the lead here in the late going. And it's a defensive meltdown there as the go-ahead run scores on what should be a passed ball. A little too tall that time. 3-1 now. And a fastball misses there. Ball 4. Ready once again, Quinn Jacobson. 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ballgame. Now a swing and a ground ball. The 0-1 delivery. There he goes. And the pitch is off the catcher's glove as it rolls away. And he'll make it to second here as he's moved into scoring position now after the passed ball. In the air down the left field line and deep. Walker giving chase. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. So it's 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors. Riley Lawrence will pinch hit here, and it's a 4-3 finish in this evening's ball game. The Biloxi Shuckers get the win despite 3 errors in the field. Damian Magnifico earns the victory out of the bullpen, his 5th. Clay Heck earns the save out of the bullpen, his 27th of the campaign. So that just about does it for Harold Reynolds, Dan Plesac, and our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way on over to theshownation.com.
Thank you for joining us here tonight. And we remind you to please drive home safely.
Locked in a tight divisional race coming down the stretch, a manager looks to teach his young players about how to finish. A young team gets some extra coaching up from their skipper before the first game of a very big series.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for Mississippi, number 25.
Striding in once again, Jay Darling. On the night, he's 2 for 4 with a pair of singles. And now we'll see some action in the bullpen as the lefty starts to get loose. And a slur, but this is in the dirt for a ball. Lays off a fastball that doesn't miss by much, and it's 2-0.
Boy, he just looks locked in at the plate right now to me. His numbers in recent games have been very good, and those were 2 stone-cold takes right there that put himself in a great hitter's count.
A high fastball is in there. Into his motion. Here comes the 3-1. Out of play.
Well, he fouls off that fastball right there, and you wonder, does he love his fastball enough to come back with it 3 times in a row?
Swing and a flare hit toward right. Bravo is there. 1 down. Ready for another chance? Mike Compton. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike.
Good pitch right there from the reliever. Tough for hitters to do much with pitches in that location unless they're looking for it.
And he misses with it. 1-1. Swing and a miss. Couldn't get extended on the screwball, and it's 1-2. And this is high and tight, 2-2. Here's the pitch on 2-2. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. And he will run this one down, moving to his left, and that's the second out of the inning. Ready for another shot now. Nick Livingston. He went down on strikes last time up. And a strike called at the letters. Looked high to me, but it's 0-1. Grounded back up the middle. A dive, but he can't knock it down. It's through for a base hit.
2 outs in the bottom of the inning right here. Now it looks like they're in a position to maybe win this game. He represents the winning run. Let's see if they can get him home.
The batter.
In now, Carlo Estrella in the dirt, and now let's see. And he'll make it to second base on what ought to be ruled a passed ball, and with 2 outs, that one could come back to haunt him. The pitch, a fastball off his glove, and it bounds away. Big spot here. Possible winning run at third. 2 down. Out in front as this is pulled foul into the seats. This is hit softly to third. He dives and makes a phenomenal catch as he... Freddie Dickens will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher. 4-2 the final score tonight. The Mississippi Braves get the win after banging out 16 total hits. Darryl Hagel
for the victorious. Now pitching for Mississippi, number 25.
Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there.
Leading off for the
Mike Compton is in to start things off as he looks at a ball to start the inning. 1-0. And that's right there, and we're even at 1. Tying run stands on deck, but it'll only matter if the guy in the box can get on base.
Yeah, and that has to be his mentality at the plate right then, Matt. He can't be the hero, so he needs to do what he can to give the guy behind him a chance to be the guy.
Striding into the box, Freddie Wooten. And Dan, what's the plan of attack here for the guy on the mound?
Well, I think they have to go right after him. He's pretty unlikely to take you deep, but if you allow him to get on base, the chances...
In the dirt. And they got him. Boy, his feet were stuck in the mud there. Fouled back. Here comes another 0-2. Holds off on the slurve that time, and it's 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And that ball will stay fair, and it's gone. A home run.
Well, that blast serves notice that this kid is as good as the hype suggests. He has the tools and the desire to be a good one in the show. Can't wait to see how his career unfolds.
Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And he'll stay with it to put it away as they get their man here for the second out. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Leonardo Santiago. And boy, a high strike called there. That's not all that consistent, but it's strike 1. This is swung on and lifted down the left field line, but it'll get back into the crowd as he jumps ahead of him now. 0-2. Late that time for a strike. And the throw is in time. It's a strikeout, and the play at first goes 2-3 for good measure as the inning is over. Ray Ramos comes out of the bullpen to shut things down here in the 9th.
Ray Ramos.
Hey, anytime you can win a game, let alone on the road, you have to feel really good about yourself. It's not easy going into that other team's ballpark and coming out with a win, but they did just that.
This evening's game comes to an end 5-4, the final tally. Daniel Winkler earns win number 7 on the season. Chris Colon was only able to work 4 innings as he takes the loss. Ray Ramos closes the door for the save, his 5th of the year. So that'll just about do it. For Harold Reynolds, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com.
Drive home safely.
Nick Lee summoned a pinch hit here to start the bottom of the ninth. And remember, they need 2 to tie, 3 to win, so he's got his work cut out for him here. Called a strike on the outer half, 0-1. 258 the average to begin play, 3 homers and 15 RBIs. And here's a ball hit in the air, but this will wind up being a foul ball. Action in the bullpen now as a right-hander begins to throw out there. Struck him out, but he'll try for first on the drop third strike. And the throw will indeed take care of him for the first out. Digging in once again, Ray Linder, 0 for 4 with a strikeout thus far. Ripped down the line. And this gets on him quickly here and deflects off him. And he won't risk the long throw across. He'll hang on to it. It's an infield single. Digging in and looking for more, Jimmy Lyle. He represents the potential tying run if he can launch one or find a way around the bases.
Yeah, Matt, I kind of doubt he's thinking about going yard, even though that would be the best result they could hope for. He's not a long ball threat, and he knows it. So he could just be looking for some way to keep that line moving. Yeah, that's an on now. With the runner advancing to second, the double play is off the table. Might come back to haunt him.
Here it comes, 0-2. Trying to go the other way. This is looped out toward third. And plenty of time over there at third to get a glove up, and there are 2 down. And that brings up Mike Compton. He comes to the plate as the last chance for his side. 2 out here in the ninth. Into a slide, and he makes a spectacular play to end the game. 4-2 the final score tonight. Robbie Agee with his 4th win this season. Number 25 earns the save out of the bullpen, his 28th on the season. So that just about does it for Harold Reynolds, Dan Plesac, and our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way on over to theshownation.com.
They left 3 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 50 minutes. Thank you for joining us here tonight. And we remind you to please drive home safely.